And now we move to the second part of today's lecture, which is explaining one of the basic parts of speech, specifically verbs and tenses. And we usually start by giving a definition to the word a verb. And generally a verb is a word used for saying something about some person or thing. Saying something about some person or thing. For example, we have this example. Listen carefully to this example. A verb is the most important part in a sentence, or in other words, it plays the most important role in a sentence. بيلعب دور الجملة without a verb. باختصار كده is not a sentence. Let's move to two kinds of verbs. We have regular and irregular verbs. We have regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are those verbs for which ed or d is added to the present tense in order to form the past tense or the past participle. الأفعال اللي هي regular، الأفعال العادية اللي هي those verbs for which ed or a d is added، اللي بنضيف لها إما a d or an ed to the present tense in order to form the past tense عشان نشكل ونكون ال past tense or the past participle اللي هو ما يسمى بالتصريف الثالث أو اسم المفعول. بالعربي بنسميه اسم المفعول اللي هو past participle. لو مثال على سبيل المثال, for instance, we have look, the verb look, present looked, and the past participle is looked. We have opened. Melt. What does melt mean? يذوب. Melted. For verbs to make the picture clear, for verbs that end in y, preceded by a consonant, we must change the y into an I before adding the ed. اللي بتنتهي بواي مرت علينا من قبل في الناون plural في جمع الأسماء برضو. we have this rule, but be cautious, be careful in this concern. في هذا الخصوص نحن نتحدث we are talking verbs. So we have the verb dry, dried, cry, cried, try, to try, يحاول, tried. Classify, the word we have just explained in today's lecture about chemistry, in unit 4, to classified. In most cases, one of the most important points in this concern, in most cases the final consonant letter is doubled before ed. In most cases the final consonant letter is doubled before ed. If it is single and preceded by a single vowel letter, the vowel letters the A, O, I, E, U. For example, we have the verb stop, fit, and rot, worship, marvel. These verbs, to change into the past, you double the consonant. بنضعف الايه؟ بنضعف الساكن. So stop, stopped, fit, fitted, marvel, marveled. We double the consonant, البا والتا والال. Worship, worshipped, etc. We have also travel, traveled, traveled, control, controlled, drop, to drop, dropped, dropped. Let's move to the basic part, the most important part, which is tenses. Tenses are classified into three main time divisions. Tenses are classified into three main time divisions. بنقسمهم لثلاث أقسام زمنية. ثلاث أقسام زمنية رئيسة. There are three main time divisions. These three main divisions are the present, the past, and the future. The present, the past, and the future. And I'm sure you have studied this before, but I'm sure you have forgot or missed some information, and today we will be reminding you of these main time divisions. There are three main forms of tenses. في ثلاث صور رئيسة مرت عليكم برضو قبل كده. The simple tense, the continuous tense, the perfect tense. The three forms, the three basic forms of tenses, the three main forms. The simple present, to express the mere occurrence of an action at present, in the past, or in the future. حدث فعل في زمن حاضر ماضي, or the future. The continuous tense, the second form. The first form, the simple tense. The second one, the continuous tense. it expresses a long-range action, which is taking place at present, or was taking place in the past, or will be taking place in the future. طويل المدى، حدث طويل المدى مستمر في الحدوث at present, or was taking place in the past, or will be taking place in the future، أو حتى سيكون مستمر في إيه in the future. The third main form of tenses, the perfect tense, to express the completion of a fact at present. To express the completion of a fact at present, in the past or in the future. اكتمال حقيقة في الحاضر أو في الإيه الماضي or the future. Hence attention is focused on the completion of the action. مركز الاهتمام هنا إنه فكرة الإيه تمام الحدث. Let us discuss in some detail the simple tenses. The present simple tense formation, its formation in the affirmative form. Like saying I work, we work, you work. I work, we work, you work, they work, the men work. And be careful about the following examples. Be careful about it. This is a problematic point or a problematic area. He works, we say, excuse me. He works, she works, it works, the man works. So we add an S. For singular subjects. We add an S for singular subject. الفاعل الايه المضارع. Let's go back to I work, we work, you work, they work, the men work. Compare this with the following examples. He works, she works, it works, the man works. For verbs ending in sh و ch و ss و o, she wishes, he catches, he goes. Be careful, the s becomes an es. Another point that should be taken into consideration. Verbs ending in y. Verbs ending in y preceded by a consonant. We change the y into an I and we add an es. So cry, cries, dry, dries, try, tries. We change the y in these cases. We change the y into an I and then we add an es. The negative form for the simple present. The negative form is as follows. a singular subject, we use does plus not. For singular subject, we use does not plus an infinitive. For singular subject again, we use to change the simple present into the negative form. We use does not plus an infinitive, like saying he does not lie. He does not lie. They do not lie. They do not lie. So we have a plural subject. We use for a plural subject, we use do not plus an infinitive. Plus an infinitive. Plural subject, do not. For singular subject, does not. And we have the two examples. He does not lie. They do not lie. For interrogative forms بيسموها صيغ الاستفهام. صيغ الاستفهام اللي هي بيسموها interrogative form. يبقى negative form. For negative form we use does not or do not or did not if in the past. We will talk about it right now. Interrogative form, we use does plus the singular subject plus the infinitive. Be careful, be cautious, because you have to use a question mark in this concern. You have to end by using a question mark. We have the examples. Does he play? Does he play? Does plus singular subject plus an infinitive and then a question mark, and do plus plural subject plus an infinitive and again a question mark. Does he play? Do they play? Does he play? Do they play? Let us deal with a very important point for the different uses of the simple present or the present simple tense. The main usage of this tense. One of the main uses of this tense is to express facts, or general statements. To express facts, حقائق, or general statements أو أقوال عبارات general. For example, we have a very a highly repeated example. I myself, my English language teacher, more than 40 years or 50 years, have given me this example to express eternal facts. The example is that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. The earth moves round the sun. So these are facts. It rains in winter. This is in Egypt. It rains in winter. However, this is Now it rains in winter and sometimes in the beginning of the summer, so things change. Simple facts, eternal facts that cannot be changed, and we use the simple present to express simple facts, like saying I like working hard. Bad people never tell the truth. Active students always work hard. Again, the examples that express simple facts: I like working hard, but people never tell the truth. Active students always work hard. The simple present also is used to express habits and repeated actions. The simple present is used to express habits and repeated actions. For example, one can say, I wake at about 7 o'clock every day. I wake at 7 o'clock every day. I shave and have a bath before breakfast. I shave and have a bath before breakfast. To express, also the simple present is used to express present actions. تعبير عن أحداث حاضرة. Like saying, he feels great pain. I understand you very well. Present actions. I do not think so. حدث. لا أظن ذلك. She lives in a very nice house. She speaks quietly, etc. And now you are kindly required to make a search and look for the many uses of using the simple present, and inshallah we will meet very soon in our second lecture. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.